já tá preparada pra fuder sua safada. Vem sentando na piroca, sua piranha safada. Vem fuder, vem fuder, vem fuder, vem fuder.
Yo, Shiesty family, we back at it again with a banger. First video ever on YouTube, and there's gonna be plenty more to come. You know, we gonna rack these up and get these going. You feel me? But right here we got a banger. They talking about top 20 mind-blowing Dragon Ball fan theories. You know, as a Dragon Ball consumer and as an anime lover, you know, I gotta see what they cooking up, what they thinking about, what they trying to think about. So we're gonna get right into it.
And I have a hunch that you would not have defeated my
Okay,
son
King
were it
Cole.
not for this sword. What do you say?
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down.
Tell me if y'all if any of y'all watched Diamond yet. You know, if y'all all caught up on Diamond.
Our picks for the craziest Dragon Ball conspiracies, guaranteed to leave you speechless. Number 20, Goku
Watch
died
Mojo
fighting
do be on
Omega
that bullshit
Shenron
though.
in what was considered the final battle of the...
Okay. I do believe this is true. I do believe this is true. I do believe that they die against Omega Shenron fighting. And he wished for one more attack, and that took away. You know, I think that is true. I think that truly is what happened.
franchise. Goku puts
Because
his
at
all
the
into this
end,
one last spirit
he
bomb,
wouldn't have went
and
off
then
with Shenron.
flies off on Shenron's
So I do think
back.
that is true.
Are you coming along, Goku?
Should've known it would end this way.
He isn't seen again for decades, and even
I ain't gonna lie,
then,
people
it's
need to stop hating on
questionable.
GT
If that sounds
too.
like a metaphor,
I
it's
ain't gonna
because
lie,
it
GT is
probably
not that bad of a
with how
show.
exhausting that last fight against Omega
it is
Shenron
bad, but
was,
it's not that
it's not
bad.
out of the realm of
People
possibility
seem to
that
make it be.
Goku died there. It's just vague enough to make you wonder.
It
What
has
is
its
that?
iconic
These look like the
moments
same
and
clothes
everything. Super
Grandpa was
Saiyan
wearing before he
4,
went off with
Pan.
Shenron.
Come on.
They
Trunks.
are. Take
Trunks
good care
being
of
by
those
himself, not seeing
But
Trunks
with
with
a character falling
Goten
asleep
all
as
the
he's
time.
taken into the
Come on,
sunset
that's a
isn't
plus.
perfect farewell. What is? For all intents and purposes,
I
this
say
is the end of
some
Goku
of the
either way.
villains. Like, I don't like
You know,
Super
Shenron,
17.
I've never
Super
been
17
this
wasn't
tired.
it. I like Baby.
Number
I like the
19,
dragons.
the Universe 6
Supernova.
Saiyans have evolved beyond the Great Ape. One of the most interesting lore tidbits in Dragon Ball Super isn't just that Cabba, Kale, and the others don't
This
have
might be
tails.
true as well
It's that their
because they
race
don't have
hasn't
tails.
even heard of them.
So that
No tail. Did you cut it off or did
That
someone
is
else
true.
do it? What do you mean a tail?
The Universe 7 Saiyans use their tails to access the power of the Great Ape and unleash untold
I don't like
destruction.
the way they
and yet,
got
the
Super
bunch from
Saiyan.
Universe 6
A tingly-
seem plenty
just feel a
powerful
tingly
without them.
sensation
Their
in your
original
back.
lack of Super Saiyan notwithstanding.
Bad
it
writing.
seems reasonable enough
I ain't gonna
that
lie,
at some
bad
point
writing.
in their universal development, their Saiyan
Can we really talk about it? All you have to do is concentrate all your S cells in the back, middle part of your back, so you could turn Super Saiyan. That is not such an ass pull. Ass pull, it's one of the biggest ass pulls I've ever seen. And that's super for you. That is super for you.
race evolved beyond the Great Ape, foregoing the need for a tail.
Now watch this!
This could also explain why they're strong, but through very different means than the Universe 7 Saiyans.
I do like how they did Kale though.
Number 18. The Super Saiyan God Ritual has stronger results. Power scaling debates will only...
They're only saying that because Goku's stronger than Vegeta, but I don't think that's true. Fight me on it.
lead to arguments and headaches. But in this case, we think we have a pretty solid case.
So this is what it's like to be a Super Saiyan God, huh?
Goku's red-haired debut into godhood seemed powerful enough to compete with Lord Beerus himself. But then, Goku went Super Saiyan Blue and Ultra Instinct.
Can we talk about how I think Blue was released too early, and it just wiped Super Saiyan God. Super Saiyan God has such little screen time, it's just sickening. Like, I feel like Blue should have been introduced in the Goku Black arc. Right there. When Goku Black was talking about how he killed Chi-Chi and Goten and Goku awakens in it. I think that's what happened. I think it should have happened right there.
Seemingly leaving Super Saiyan God in the dust. And yet, apparently he's still not able to best Beerus. It just doesn't add up.
This is autonomous Ultra Instinct!
However, there's a small clue that might explain it all. In Battle of Gods, Goku's transformation comes from the combined mights of 5 other Saiyans. This ritual version of the form could be significantly stronger. And while it lets Goku access God Ki in the future, it may not yield the same earth-shaking results.
Ads.
Eve
Not playing for
Online is a
YouTube Premium.
vast
Sorry,
universe.
chat. Got to deal with it.
Number 17, Gohan's power comes from Chi-Chi's side. Growing up,
Okay.
Goku's always had some, let's say, anger issues. It always
Shout out to all my
accompanied a
Gohan-
massive
Gohan
spike in
fans.
power, with many attributing it to having a Saiyan
And
dad
Gohan
and
is the
an
strongest
earthling
out of
mother.
all 5. Me personally.
But then Goten came along, with a much milder temperament.
demon
If
form?
Saiyan and Earthling offspring were all full of incredible potential, why didn't he and Trunks ever tap into that
I don't know.
same
I
anger?
think it's true. But I do think Gohan has Chi-Chi's temper. Gohan has Chi-Chi. Gohan
Given
takes
all
more
that,
to
some fans think Gohan's
Chi-Chi
power
and
is
Goten
because
takes
he
more than
takes more
obviously
after
the
his
second son
mom.
takes more to
Think
the
about
father.
it. Chi-Chi was a pretty formidable fighter once upon a time, and if she passed down even half of her Mama Bear spirits, it's no wonder Gohan
That's
can
why
throw a
Goku
good right
looks
hook.
like Bardock. Goten looks like Goku.
Number 16, Bulma's mom is a robot. We know it sounds weird, but you know who's really weird? Dr. Briefs. His wife is pretty quiet.
Robot? I don't know about that one. Then it's like, only way I could see it being a robot if she died giving birth to Bulma. That's the only possible way I can see that, her being a robot.
And seems to have only a few responses and reactions.
How do you do? I'm Bulma's mother, Mrs. Brief.
And you know the Briefs are quite a smart bunch. We can totally see a world where Dr. Briefs decided to
Mrs.
build
Briefs
himself
kinda
a
bad,
partner
though,
instead
like,
of going out
what you
and
talking
meeting
about, Mrs.
one.
Briefs?
It wouldn't be
Come-
that out
come
there
get
for
with
this
a real
family
shiesty
or
nigga.
Dragonball in
You feel
general.
me? Come get
In
with a
fact,
real-
it wouldn't
come
even
get
be
a-
the only instance of
Shiesty
someone marrying
nigga.
an android.
Just drop it! Oh no! Here's that temper again!
Just look at her. She never opens her eyes and seems to have an incredible predisposition to being flirty. Seems fishy, don't you think?
Hi, Vegeta, come on out! Cold drinks for everyone!
Number 15, upcoming movies will make other villains canon.
I do
Audiences
believe it's
around
true.
the world
I think
heard
the next one
power-up
is
roar
going to
when
be
Dragon Ball Super Broly hit
cooler.
theaters in 2018. The film broke all kinds of records for the franchise and seemed to hint at a new direction too.
With the whole Black Frieza thing getting involved, I think the next one might be cooler.
Since almost all of the most beloved Dragon Ball films aren't canon, it makes sense for them
And
to
I can
start
see Jin
slowly
Nimbu
remaking
because of
them,
Daima.
bringing their iconic villains into the fold as well. Just imagine how sick it would be to see Janemba, Cooler, or Bojack as major players in the Dragon Ball world.
I don't see
That's worth the
Bojack
price of a
being in it.
movie ticket and then some.
If you wanted to introduce Bojack, it could have been in a superhero movie. Again, not paying for premium.
Number 14. Goku and Vegeta will be Universe 7's Angel and God of
I
Destruction.
don't believe
Is
this is
a
going to be true
theory or
either.
pure copium? You decide, but either way,
they both
you have
turned
to
it down.
admit it'd be insanely cool. Plus, little by little, it seems like the series is nudging them both in that direction. Goku's Ultra Instinct is reminiscent of Whiz's agility, seemingly putting him in the same league as Angels.
Goku's done it, hasn't he? He's finally achieved it.
Yes.
Vegeta, however,
We
has let
be
himself be
blazing.
overcome with pride, and the resulting Ultra Ego seems perfectly fitted for a destroyer role. Since the two Saiyan rivals have always been neck and neck, having them end up on two sides of godhood would be too poetic to pass up. Number 13, in the Demon Realm, size equals strength. In Daima, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Knocking them down, though, is a different story. It seems like everyone there plays by the rule, the bigger is better. Case in point, every single individual underestimates Goku and his friends. And on the other side of things, who are the toughest opponents they find? 3 giant Tamagami and a seemingly unbeatable race of giants. Plus, when the third eye gives Goma his power boost, he gets a massive growth spur too. Whether it was an intentional bit of visual storytelling
I like how they
or
hold my
not,
boy
there's no
Vegeta.
denying most Demon Realm folk are big and
I
proud
love
of it.
my man. Got his priorities straight. My man need his bath.
Number 12, Pan is too human for Super Saiyan.
I
One of the
believe
most
that.
glaring omissions
'Cause
from
that-
Dragon Ball
what, I've
GT
heard,
involves
she's, what,
Goku's granddaughter
25%
Pan.
instead
At
of
the
flat,
time,
like a
she was
half?
the only Saiyan in the main cast who never donned the golden hair. While we know from behind-the-scenes interviews that this was a practical decision since they weren't sure how to draw Super Saiyan hair for a girl, it could have an in-universe answer too. While every other Saiyan in the series is either full or half-blooded, Pan only has a quarter of the warrior race in her.
You have it listen, you type it in, and then you go dig it.
You literally just dropped. No! Deflect! Deflect! Deflect!
Maybe that's just not enough for her to glow gold. Either way, Pan fans can rest assured she still holds her own in a brawl. Just ask Giru.
Where did this power come from? There is no regulator.
Number 11, Saiyan tails are key regulators. For literal centuries, Saiyans used their tails to access the Great Ape and the massive power they came with. But what if instead of a buff, the tails were holding them back? When you look at the series as a whole, it's clear that once Saiyans start losing their tails, the power levels get really wild. In fact,
I
no Saiyan
do
with a
think
current
eventually
tail
they
would
are
go
gonna get
Super
their
Saiyan
tails
until
back.
GT. It could be,
And
in
then
addition to accessing
somehow
the Great Ape,
fuse
the
Super
tails
Saiyan
acted as
and
key
4 with
regulators
their
to keep
Gaki
Saiyan potential in
and,
check. That
you
could
know,
also
stuff
be
like
why
that.
the Universe 6 Saiyans
I
were
think
able
that's
to
what's gonna
go
happen
Super
at the
Saiyan
end,
so
truly.
easily. They never had tails to begin with. Number 10, Super Saiyan 4 is a different path to God Ki. Things get a little wonky after Super Saiyan 3, and not just because of all the different series, though that certainly doesn't help. Depending on the show, Goku's next level is either Super Saiyan God or Super Saiyan 4. The former is, obviously, made possible by tapping into God Ki. But who's to say Super Saiyan 4 is any different?
What is going on? He looks completely different again.
That's
While the
his song.
beastly stage relies more on the
Six.
Saiyan's primal connection to the Great Ape, that doesn't make
That
it
shit's
any less
sexy.
mystical. Additionally, if it were
I don't like how they
connected
did
to
Vegeta
God
with the
Ki,
pants, though.
it would reveal
Pants.
how Never was able to trigger the transformation
Hold
in
him with the
Daima.
pants. What the fuck is that?
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 40.
Number 9, Mystic Gohan is perfected
I do
Super
think this is
Saiyan.
true.
When Majin Buu threatened the
And
fates of
Beast,
the whole universe,
then I
the
think
Elder
Beast
Kai
is
decided
that-
their best bet
that
was
on
unlocking all of
is Super
Gohan's
Saiyan
latent
1.
potential. It took some time, but eventually, Mystic Gohan was born.
This is awesome!
And for the first time in several hundred episodes, a Saiyan didn't power up with blonde hair.
It works. But they fucked
Since
it up.
Gohan's transformation comes from
Had
the
to fuck
Elder
it
Kai
up.
himself and is said to be the maximum limits of his body's potential, it stands to
Yo,
reason
I
that
think
this
Gohan
mystic
has
form
some
is
of the
ultimate level
most
of
devastating
Super Saiyan.
gut punch
It's
or the
beyond
most
Golden Age and
heaviest
beyond the power
right
level,
hand
too.
I've ever seen
Gohan
in
was
my
certainly
life.
stronger than any other blonde Super Saiyan at the time.
Just wanna talk.
Why Goten could reach Super Saiyan so easily. This one gets a little risque, but stay with us. Goku's youngest son, Goten,
They're only saying that because Goku clapped Chi-Chi and Super Saiyan. He clapped that in Super Saiyan.
earns his Super Saiyan stripes earlier than either his dad or brother, like at 7 years old.
This changed! Since when?
I don't remember.
This bit of power creep is a real head scratcher. That is, until you consider when Chi-Chi would have been carrying Goten. Since Goku dies in the battle with Cell, he must have been with Chi-Chi sometime between exiting the time chamber and entering the Cell games. At that time, Goku was able to sustain his Super Saiyan form day and night.
What is going on? They appear to be Super Saiyans, but they're acting so natural.
If you see where we're going, it's safe to assume that Goten's prodigal strength comes from Goku's state at the time of, well, you know.
Oh, not another monster in the family! Ah!
Number 7, Kaioken gave Goku heart issues. As anyone
don't
who's
believe
seen
this.
the
I think he
Android
got it from
saga
being on
knows,
Yard Direct.
Goku gets taken off the board not by these cybernetic threats, but by a
I think
nasty
he got it
heart
from being on
disease.
planet Yardrak, being on a different planet,
This is horrible.
being around
I
a
feel like
different
I'm
race.
dying.
From what we know, it's not
But
hereditary.
Kaioken is
which
not that
begs the
out the
question,
equation.
where
You
did
can-
it come
you
from?
can- you
Well,
can have an
remember King
argument for
Kai's
that.
warning back in the Saiyan saga? How the Kaioken puts undue stress on the body?
Because it does, yeah, because it does put stress on the body. So it can't put stress on the heart.
Since Goku pushed well beyond
There
his
you go.
limits during the fight against Vegeta and then again versus Frieza,
Frieza.
it's easy to
Yep.
connect the dots to what made his heart give out. Can't say he doesn't give 100%, that's for sure.
Allow me to introduce the leader of our delegation. She is the closest aide to the sorcerer.
Number 6, the Great Saiyaman's costume is inspired
That
by
is true.
Android 16. Every anime fan knows where they were and what they were doing when Gohan.
Can we talk about how Gohan can put Yo Fit on and make it better? Ain't that some bullshit? He can throw Yo Fit on and make it better. Throw Piccolo shit on and made it better. Throw Goku shit on, made it better. The Saiyan armor, made it better. When the Android 16 fit, made it better. Like, Gohan is really him when it comes to the drip. Him and Trunks, yo.
Gohan went Super Saiyan 2. It's a legendary moment in the franchise, and it's all thanks to Android 16's empowering monologue.
Drop your restraints. Protect the life I loved.
Even though the robot meets his end, it's only natural his words stayed with Gohan well into his teenage years, and maybe it manifested in his wardrobe. While not confirmed, Gohan's Great Saiyaman outfit sports a very distinct shade of green.
It's Saiyaman.
Oh great, it's Videl! I can't land here now! Darn it!
Given how important 16's words were to Gohan's development, it's nice to imagine the Saiyan is literally keeping them close to his chest.
Hey, what are you doing?
Nothing!
Number 5. The Saiyans evolved from great apes. Have you ever stopped to wonder why the Saiyans can turn into monkeys? Well,
that's crazy word.
For
Whoa, watch Mojo, hold on.
generations,
Crazy
every
word.
Saiyan born in the 7th universe came with a tail that allowed them to access the power of a great ape under a full moon. The fact it comes from a physical appendage means this is a biological advantage. So, just like humans share traits with apes, it's not out the realm of possibility to assume Saiyans evolved from the great apes. Nowadays, they've grown past the primal instincts, but can still access the power when need be. We've heard worse theories. Number 4, Android 17 and 18 were just as strong in the future. Time travel can cause all sorts of crazy side effects, but there's one detail in the Android saga that has a pretty easy explanation.
I do
Trunks
believe
is
this.
stunned by how
I
strong
do believe
17
this.
and 18
I feel like they
are
were
in
just
the main
fucking
timeline,
toying with Trunks
claiming
in
he
the
could fight
fucking
their
future.
future counterparts
Just toying
as
with the
more
boy.
or less equals.
That's why he really
There's no
didn't
way
see
anyone
their
could
true
survive
power.
that! That was
in a
my most
sense.
intense blast!
However, there's a good chance Trunks never actually saw the twins at their full strength. Think about it. In the war-torn future, Trunks is the only one who can even put up a fight. The two probably hold back in order to keep him around for easy entertainment. Not only does this explain the android's inconsistent power level, but it also adds to their menace.
Say no more. We'll take care of this little problem right now.
Number 3, King Cold wasn't in his final form.
Yeah, come on, we
Frieza's
all
family
know
is
that.
known for their transformations.
I think
The
we all
Space
know
Tyrant
that.
himself has 3 separate power-ups on Namek alone. And yet, his father, King Cold, bears a striking resemblance to his son's second form. For those who aren't great at math, that leaves at least 2 extra power boosts King Cold is sitting on. Unfortunately, we can't know for sure since Trunks probably ends him before he has a chance to get serious. Still, given how strong Frieza was, and how much reverence he held for his father, it's pretty likely King Cold could transform too. If Trunks hadn't made such short work of him, we may have even gotten to see them.
I think that is true.
To ruin my life. Just apologize for what you did. Just apologize.
No, Tony, no. The whole world is gonna know the truth.
That man's wild.
Here is what he is.
I'm just getting started. Dead Man's Wire, rated R.
Look like a good
Did you know that our food system is basically designed to be wasteful? We grow so much food in the US that goes to waste. That's one of the big...
Number 2, Bulma wished for Vegeta. Shenron works in strange and mysterious ways, but you can't say he doesn't. Throughout the original series, Bulma wants to gather the Dragon Balls to wish for a boyfriend.
I can't believe that I already have 3 of the balls. If I keep this up, I'll be able to wish for a boyfriend by the end of the month.
While most people assume she got her desire in Yamcha, we all know how that relationship ends. What's interesting though is that right after the time skip, a certain Saiyan prince appears on the scene.
Now first, we need to find out who has the highest power level. He'll be the one who finished off Raditz.
Sure, he kills a bunch of people, but he also ends up tying the knot with Bulma. It makes you wonder whether Bulma ended up making that wish after all. If she did, she clearly didn't specify whether she wanted him to be a good guy or not.
Well, you smell good.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The Oracle Fish's prophecy is about Frieza. When Beerus's prophetic pet fish speaks,
I don't think it's
you
about
better
Frieza.
listen. So when it woke up
it's
from
about
a nap
Gohan.
and muttered that the strongest warrior in the 7th universe was about to appear, fans got to guessing. Was it Gus? Granola? Broly? 7-3? Maybe Goku or Vegeta with a new form? It seems like the real answer was none of the above. At the climax of the Granola arc, Frieza reappeared with a new onyx-colored transformation that wiped the floor with his Saiyan nemesis. Based on the absurd strength he demonstrated in just a single scene, it seems like we know who the Oracle Fish was talking about.
I
Which
think they
of
were
these
talking about
theories
Gohan,
do you
but
think holds the most water?
that's neither here
Let
or
us
there.
know.
But those was interesting. I ain't gonna lie. Those were interesting 20 fan theories, you know? You know, I can't really say anything bad about those, besides like 1 or 2 of those. But that was the video. You know, leave a like, subscribe. We doing plenty more reactions here on this channel. Plenty more. We're gonna have some gaming videos coming through. And just like that, we out, family. Stay shiesty.
Vem caixa tá preparada pra fuder sua safada. Vem sentando na piroca, sua piranha safada. Vem fuder, vem